YouTube's happening. It is Thursday, September 18th. We're talking week 4 college football now. We're going to cover the entire week, Thursday, Friday, and all of Saturday in this video. So we're going to break everything down, spreadsheet. We're going to look at some props. We don't look nearly as many props as pros because it's college. There's not that many props to begin with. And two, I mean, there's got to be a massive discrepancy to even think about it because college, they'll pull people quick in the fourth quarter if it's a blowout. It just makes sense. So blowouts happen in college often. That's why I prefer spreads and totals way over props in college. That's just me personally. So, and a lot of places can't even do props. So we're going to look at everything. So we got one game tonight, Rice Charlotte. Not exciting, to be honest. I'll be watching the NFL game and checking on the score, though. And then we got 2 tomorrow. And then I think we have a total of 62 games this weekend. So there's 59 games on Saturday. Here's the games you can see. We got some interesting matchups. We got some stuff. We got a lot of teams on buys this week. So with the double bye going on, it makes sense. A lot of teams can be off. So let's break all these games down. Let's stop wasting time. Jump to the first game right now. All right, so as usual, I am not covering every single game. I can't do it. 60-something games is crazy. So we're going to cover the main games. If it's a game like today, I wouldn't cover Rice Charlotte because it's Rice versus Charlotte. You don't care. But it's the only game on today, so we will take a peek at it. How about that? Tomorrow, the Thursday, Friday get little exceptions, but Saturday, if this was a Saturday game, absolutely get passed on. So if you want the spreadsheets, though, I have it for every single game. You just have to go become a member. That's all you got to do. So members get that privilege. So that accessibility, that convenience, if you will. So first game, the Thursday game, Rice Charlotte, we'll peek at it. It's going to be 2.5 for Rice. I'm going to tell you right now, this game is kind of cheeks. Let's be real. Look at it. Look at the numbers. This ain't good. What are we doing here? Like, there's nothing that really stands out. That cancels out with that. They're both 135, pass and pass defense. Pass and pass defense kind of cancel out. 16 versus 64. That's your only advantage here is going to be Rice running the ball versus Charlotte so far based on stats. Rice is giving up 50% third down completion. That ain't good. What are you doing? Charlotte's 50th in getting them, so giving up 50 is ridiculous. Rice turnovers. Charlotte gives the ball away like crazy, but they don't take it away either. They're in the bottom 10 in both categories, so... And it's just it's a weird game. So this is 100% a pass. Let's move on to the next one, which is going to be the Friday games. Oklahoma State, Tulsa. We absolutely have that. Let's go ahead and look over at the odds real quick. It is Oklahoma State 11.5 with a 54.5 total. That's cool. Whatever. So we see over here, Okie State should have fired Gundy like 3 years ago. Let's keep it real. They should have. But he has tenure. He might have blackmail. He got some photos of somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing. Let's keep it real. That's what it is. So Tulsa might win this game. Tulsa might win the game. Tulsa's not a good team. They're 1-2. So let's keep it real. But Okie State got beat up by Oregon so bad. I mean, it's Oklahoma State by 11.5 for a reason. I don't particularly like either of this because that versus that. You can't throw the ball and you're not going to throw well against Tulsa. Now, the level of competition is much lower than Oregon, obviously. So 97 of that, these all kind of cancel out. You can kind of run the ball because you can't really stop the run. So, but don't, in college, I have kind of a rule. Don't bet on bad games because bad games, weird things happen. So this is one of those situations. Oklahoma State should win this game by 28 points, 21 points. Tulsa could easily win this game. Easily. It's an in-state rivalry, kind of big brother, little brother situation thing. It's like Tulsa's the third team in the state trying to beat something. So it's too much, just no, passing on it, not doing it. Next, let's move on. Rutgers versus Iowa. This is a game I will pay attention to. You see the stats here. Let's go look at the odds real quick. Currently, we have 2.5 for Iowa. I took Iowa under total points, and they blew that away in the first half last week. I said, look at Iowa. Look at them. So proud. So proud they could do it. So, not the Iowa of old. They can score points, apparently. So, 2.5, 46.5 is our total spreadsheet. Look at our numbers. They still can't pass well. Let's keep it real. 121 is their average. They've only played 2 games, but still that's their average so far versus their pass defense, which is pretty decent. 24 v 13, those two cancel out. 32 versus 89. Iowa can run. Rutgers can't really stop the run. You're going to face a team that loves to run. You got them big corn-fed boys out there pushing on the line out there. So I think I like Iowa 2.5. Even though it's in Rutgers, I like Iowa 2.5 here. So everything else looks good. They're not getting takeaways, though, and Rutgers has not turned the ball over yet. That's actually impressive. Good job, Rutgers. 3-0. Who has Rutgers played? That's another question I kind of want to see because I don't know off the top of my head. Do you? Rutgers has played, they've played Norfolk. They won 60-10. Miami of Ohio, 45-17. And Ohio Bobcats, 34-31. Yeah, that's not impressive. Iowa's already played Iowa State, They played UMass and Albany and beat the hell out of both teams. So I like Iowa here. I think they're going to be able to literally run it as much as they want to. So give me Iowa 2.5 on the road. That'll be a play I do take. So Iowa, a place to stay. 2.5. That's my play. Let's move on to the Saturday games. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the Saturday game, shall we? Next game on the slate is going to be, looks like, oh, it's going to be Texas Tech and Utah. Gotta look at that one. Absolutely gotta look at that one. Let's see, that is ranked v ranked, 17 v 16 for sure. Now, where's it on my sheet? Where's the odds for it? It's up here somewhere. There they are. Looks like we got Utah's 3.5 point favorites at home. 57.5 is our total. We go spreadsheet, look at the numbers. First road game for Texas Tech. That's a key thing. A lot of these teams, we got players going on the road. First time hostile environments at Utah. I know people are like, it's Utah. It's not that crazy. It's still a road game, and it's going to be Utah, who is used to winning. So, yeah. Yeah, we got to, at this time of year, you kind of got to look at when you see like numbers like 58 points per game. Who'd you play? Who have you played to get those numbers? That's a question I want to know. So, Texas Tech, you played Arkansas Pine Bluff. You won 67-7. You beat Kent State 62-14 and Oregon State. This is a massive step up in competition, and you're on the road. I like Texas Tech. I don't think they have it here. So 2v20, we got to look at Utah as well. We can't just take one side. We got to look at both. Utah played UCLA, which we're learning is a just shit show right now. Cal Poly and Wyoming. So both teams haven't really played anybody. The main thing is it's in Utah. So yeah, feel good about that. How's your fourth down percent? You're 1 for 3, or you're 33. You got to be 1 for 3. There's no way. You could be 3 for 9, whatever that, 2 for 6, whatever that comes out to, whatever. Penalty yards, when you haven't really been playing anything, you guys are both struggling. That's not good. I can see 45 points. What's the total on this one? 7. I can see this game being a higher scoring game. Absolutely. So Utah has a quarterback that can throw. He looks pretty good. Everything looks good. My initial lean is over. That's my initial lean, looking at all this information, looking at the spread and everything, 57.5. I can see this being back and forth. I don't expect a lower scoring game, especially involving Texas Tech. Yeah, and Utah doesn't scream massive, low scoring defensive team at the pass. They got a quarterback that can throw. I'm going to take the over. 57.5. That's my play. You do what you want, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go over 57.5 on that one. Let's go ahead and move on to that next one, which should be back to the lines. From Utah, we're going to, looks like Arkansas, Memphis. Yeah, that's a fun one. We can look at that one for sure. Absolutely. So, fun little game. So, what we got? Let's see. Arkansas, 7.5 point favorite on the road. I saw this thing. Arkansas has to go to Notre Dame next week. So, this is kind of a look ahead spot, and they're on the road. So, and they played Ole Miss last week. So, what the hell? Who did they piss off in the schedule making department? My God. 62.5 is our total. Let's go look at the spreadsheet. They've already played a road game, obviously. Third down percent. They are 72% on third down. That is ridiculous. Now, who have you played? Besides, even including Ole Miss, that's still impressive. That is really impressive, actually. 16, 41, 18. These two cancel out. Those two cancel out. That kind of leans Memphis. I'm leaning Arkansas. I thought Arkansas was going to beat Ole Miss. Watching that game, I thought so. They played Alabama A&M, Arkansas State. They both whooped both of them, and Ole Miss was 41-35, so they can score. Memphis has played Chattanooga 45-10, Georgia State 38-16, and Troy 28-7. That's it. So that Troy defense must be pretty good. So Arkansas 7.5. This feels look aheadish. It really does. I can see Memphis covering 7.5. I really can, but I can see Arkansas absolutely looking ahead to next week. Verse Notre Dame. Where's where they playing the game at? They're playing the game. Oh, they're playing the game in Fayetteville. I thought it was at Notre Dame. Oops, my bad. It's in Fayetteville at Razorback Stadium. Okay, that changes it a little bit. So they're not on the road again. Whoever else saw Twitter be lying at times. You know Twitter lies. So hey, man, I want to bet this. I want to bet something on this one. What should I go with? I think Memphis at home though. Memphis at home should be tough. I can see Arkansas struggling because some road games in college are hard. I don't care who you are. I don't care. USC struggled at Purdue last week. We saw it. We saw it all the time. So I think it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. I think I want to say Memphis to keep it close. I can see this being a 3-point win. So give me Memphis at home plus 7.5. Let's move on from there. Let me put MEM plus 7.5. Cool. Next we got Maryland, Wisconsin. Yeah, we'll talk about that one too. Not a problem. Let's look at that one. Oh, it's a lot of Wisconsin logos. Okay. They're 2-0 versus 3-0. All right, what's the line on this one? That line is, let's go find it. Come with me. Let's go find the line. It is 10 for Wisconsin. 10. Wisconsin just got the brakes beat off them by Bama last week, and with the backup quarterback. So Maryland's on the road. That already sounds off. So we come and look at this. They can't run the ball. Maryland can't run. Both teams are good stopping the run, so they have to throw, and Wisconsin can't stop the pass. Maryland by 10 looks like the way to go, right? Right? Am I crazy? Sounds good. Who have you played? Let's look. Kind of curious. Once we get more stats, it'll matter as much. Maryland played FAU, Northern Illinois, and Towson. So they've played nobody. Good to know. Wisconsin's played Bama, Middle Tennessee, and Miami of Ohio. So I played this game. It's 10. Why is Wisconsin favored but 10 the backup? Even if the starter plays, which I don't know if he's going to play or not, I'm not playing this. This was going to be a pass. We're going to not do this one. Let's move on. Let's go Syracuse, Clemson. Absolutely, we can do this one. Yeah, absolutely. What's the line? Let's go look at that first. It's going to be Clemson 17.5. You see Dabo's comments? Dabo said, y'all to run me off. I'll go coach somewhere else. I'm 55. I ain't going to the beach. Y'all tired of winning? All right. I was like, hell yeah, that was awesome. That's what I want to see a coach say. I'm tired of coach speak. Let's get out there and just talk some shit on this. I like it. So Clemson 17.5, 55.5. We had the same line over here when it was Syracuse and Tennessee early in the year, and Syracuse just barely didn't cover. So I'm a little gunshot here. So it's at Clemson. I can see the team rallying around that and just whooping Syracuse because of that. And the players are like, hell yeah, I like that too. So, but only problem is Syracuse can toss that tater. They toss it good. So 3 refs 94. That's a problem. Now Clemson's played a good schedule too. So let's look at who they played. We know Syracuse has played Tennessee in week 1. Then they played UConn. And then Syracuse coach had them run suicide sprints on the sideline after the game against UConn. Then they beat Colgate 66-24. 24 points to toothpaste? I don't know about that. Clemson lost to Georgia Tech, beat Troy after losing in the first half, and then lost to LSU. Is Clemson? I almost want to take Syracuse plus 17.5. I like Frank Brown. I like him. That number right there worries me. I think Syracuse plus 17.5 might be the way to go. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, you're giving me that much with Syracuse. Yeah, SYR plus 17.5. Give it to me. I'm going for it. We're taking it. Let's move on. From there, where we going now? Wofford, Virginia Tech. No. Sorry. SMU, TCU. Yeah, Skillet. Last Skillet game for ever. They haven't scheduled anymore, which is silly. So silly. They need to keep scheduling, but no, one of the teams just refused to do it. Bitches. I swear. So we got, we look here, you cannot stop the pass, and they're really good at passing. And we've seen TCU pass. They got them a dog back there at quarterback. So SMU is not going to, what's the line? Let's go look at this line. I like TCU regardless, all day. TCU, give me single digits. Give me single digits. Where's the line? Where's it at? Right there. 7, done. Taking 7. Don't care. As soon as I see that and I see 18v 133, I don't even care who you played. You better have played. SMU hasn't played no world beaters, nothing crazy, right? Let's go look at who SMU has played. I think this is my favorite bet of the day so far. SMU has played East Texas A&M, Baylor, and Missouri State. And you 133 in pass defense? No. And TCU is North Carolina and Abilene Christian. And then now, so yeah, give me TCU by 7 at home. Absolutely. I'm a little concerned by the third down defense. I will say that. I'm a little concerned. 48%. But, I mean, SMU can't hold the ball either. They keep turning over, and they're the 5th worst team in the country when it comes to penalty yards. So, yeah, give me TCU by 7. Love that one. TCU, I think they're going to toss it all over the yard. Good stuff. Let's move on. We're going Bowling Green, Louisville. No. Sorry. Don't care about that. Louisville's going to crush. UNLV, Miami, Ohio. No. Don't care about that one. Let me go to the lines over here. Just see what we got. Let's see. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a no. That's going to be a no. What else we got? North Texas and Army. Nope. Don't care. As South Carolina State against South Florida. That's a whooping. UAB, Tennessee. UAB's garbage. Don't care. Wagner, Central Michigan. No. Oregon State, Oregon. Civil War. I will look at that. I know it's going to be Oregon by a lot, but still, historically, Oregon State has kept us a lot closer than it should be. So let's take a look. And let's go find that line. Like I said, I only care about big matchups and power 4 via power 4. If it ain't, I don't want it. Sorry. You can go get the sheets if you want them. They're there for your disposal. So, shit, 35.5. Oh my God. It's a rivalry game. Come on. I don't know. I say I don't know, 55.5, but then I come over here and I see, oh Lord, oh Lord. Oregon got us last week. They played with their food a little too much. I don't know. When I see this, my instinct is saying, okay, they can toss it. They're going to be behind. They're going to throw it a bunch, which tells me I want to take the over because I can see Oregon putting up 40 points. No problem here. No problem. Which means Oregon State just needs to put up 16 points, which I think they can do. Now, that's only a 28-point spread. We're at 35.5. 35, I don't want that. I do like over 55.5. So I think, because Oregon State going to keep it close. I don't think that defense is going to, because look at that. They can't stop the pass, and Oregon's 47th. They can't stop the run. Oregon's 12th. This is going to be an Oregon beatdown, but 35 is a lot. So give me the over 55.5. I can see this being a higher scoring affair. Absolutely. Let's move on. Keep it going. So let's go back over here real quick. Actually, let me get a drink right quick. All right, that's a lot of talking. So, all right, we move from Oregon. Kent State and Florida State. Florida State, yeah, another cupcake. They're going to beat them by 72 probably because Kent State's not good. There are a handful of FCS teams that would beat Kent State by 30. There's are. So we're not messing with that one at all. So we move on from there. What else we got? Auburn, Oklahoma. Yes, please. Yes, please. Jackson Arnold going back to Oklahoma. The storylines write themselves. Let's look. What's the line looking like? Let's go find it. See, Auburn is currently Oklahoma's 6.5-point favorite at home. 47.5 is our total. Spreadsheets. There you go. There you go. So we know Auburn played Baylor to start the year. Then they played South Alabama last week. Oklahoma, we know. Actually, let's just see who they played. We got time. We can look at it. Auburn, number 22 Auburn versus number 11 Oklahoma. And Auburn started off with Baylor. They won by 14. They played Ball State, won by 39. They played South Alabama 31-15. Cool. Oklahoma, Illinois State 35-3, Michigan 24-13, and then Temple 42-3. So both teams will look good. The only thing that obviously is going to be an issue is Auburn. Jackson Arnold don't have to throw much. He has been. They've been running a lot. So the run defense is good. Running's good. Oklahoma's run defense is good, though. And their pass defense, even better. So Oklahoma looks like, and they got Mateer. If I'm picking between two quarterbacks, I'm picking Mateer. Sorry, I just am. And then you got people on this staff that know everything about Jackson Arnold. They know what he's good at, what he's bad at. They know things about him that Auburn probably don't know yet. So yeah, I'm going to trust a team that knows about the quarterback that he can't throw. They know exactly what defense to run. They know what his weaknesses are, what to run to make him throw. Yeah, this is Oklahoma by 6.5 all day. I think this is going to be a bad day for Auburn. This is a terrible matchup. Like, on the road, period, it's hard enough. But then you go against a road where the team knows everything about your quarterback. That makes it even harder. So, yeah, give me, okay. It's minus 6.5. Got to go Oklahoma. So, go in there. Let's move on from there. What's next? What's our next games on the sheet? Tulane and Ole Miss. You know, I normally... Tulane's one of them teams we can consider. So, let's go ahead and look for that one, too. Is it on this list? Let's see. Control F2. Tulane. There they are. Mississippi. Ole Miss. The SIP. 12.5. Let's go find that on the sheet, shall we? So we want Ole Miss. Ole Miss right there. And it gets Tulane. 3-0. Angry Wave. Best logo in football. I don't care what anyone says. An angry wave. And they say roll wave. That's cool stuff. So they're at the SIP where they put chandeliers in their tents for tailgating. So who knows? They can't stop the run, though. Ole Miss. Where's the vaunted run defenses you've always had? SEC defenses, because they can run. They can't stop it, but they can pass and they can't stop it. So this feels like a game that's going to be very high scoring, doesn't it? I can see this game being like 35-23 in the third quarter all of a sudden. So over 6.5 is my initial lean based on what I'm seeing. Offense, defense can't stop. Offense, defense can't stop. Both give up third downs. They give up third downs a lot. So over 6.5 is absolutely my play. We keeping it real simple. So over 60.5. Not 60.4. The hell's that? That's not even a thing. Give me 5 right there. 60.5. Good stuff. So let's take that. Let's move on from there. Where are we going? Michigan, Nebraska. The Bussin' Bowl, if you follow them. Absolutely. We got Oklahoma. That's wrong. There we go. Michigan, Nebraska. Mini Mahomes going up against Underwood. All right. Where's it at? There it is right there. So let me show you the line so you can see it. Michigan 2.5 on the road, 45.5 is our total. I'm going to tell you right now, I have no damn clue. Like, Nebraska's numbers look nasty, but who have you played? That's the question. I need to see. So let's go find out, shall we? Because we kind of knew about Auburn, Oklahoma. We kind of know about what Ole Miss has been up to, and we see the stats. I lean Nebraska here, but I lean the home team, absolutely. But I do need to see who have you played and what have you done. Now, Michigan, we know, played New Mexico. They won by 17, 34-17. Oklahoma, they lost at home, or the Oklahoma, they lost. And then Central Michigan, they beat 63-3. Good job. Nebraska played Cincinnati. They won by 3. Akron 68-0. Houston Christian. So they've had 2 practice games after Cincinnati where they won by 3. So I don't know what to do in this one. I don't know. 5 equal number 1 pass defense, but you haven't played nobody. Akron, Houston Christian, and Cincinnati. Now this is scare me. So this one, I know a lot of people have odds, but what to do. I don't know what's going to happen here. I have no clue. To me, I'm passing. I don't want to even put $1 on this because I couldn't even begin to tell you who I think wins. So I don't trust Underwood because he's a freshman. I don't trust Minnie Mahomes because he's Minnie Mahomes. And we've seen him not be good a lot of times. Nebraska has hype and they're at home and it should be loud, but then Michigan has Michigan things happen. So y'all have fun. I'm passing. We're moving on. So let me just go ahead and put a dash there if I'm not doing it. Let's go to the next, which is going to be Purdue, Notre Dame. No. Well, Purdue's been good. You know what? We'll do Purdue, Notre Dame. We got it. Let's do Notre Dame. Purdue's 2-1. I say Purdue's been good. They hung in there with USC, so they look better than I thought they would, to be honest. So I learned things in that game. So let's go find that one. So we want NOTRE. Notre Dame is a 20. Holy shit, that's a lot. 25.5 and a 54.5. Interesting. So, okay. Do we think Notre Dame wins by 26 points? I guess the main thing. I don't think they do. But then, you know, because look, Notre Dame's pass defense is not good, and Purdue can pass. Neither team can run, so we're not worried about that. They're going to be throwing the ball because, one, they're going to be behind probably. There's no joke. I'm not saying Purdue wins at all. No. But 25.5 feels like something I could take a bite of. I really do. Because if you're throwing like this against Notre Dame, who, you know, now let's be real, Notre Dame has played some tough games. So let's look at Purdue and Notre Dame schedules. Who do you played? Notre Dame has played Miami, Texas A&M. Those have been their 2 games. No wonder. But I don't think Texas A&M is a passing team, and they still look at the yard. 282, 360 at home to A&M. Come on now. If A&M gets 360, what is Purdue? Who's going to have to throw the ball? Who has Purdue played? Purdue has played Ball State, Southern Illinois, and USC. And USC they covered, but they were at home. So let's be smart. Let's leave it alone. Let's leave it alone. I lean Purdue 25.5. I'm going to be smart. We're not taking plays just to take plays. If we don't know it, we move on. How about that? North Carolina, UCF. I mean, if you want to point and laugh, let's do it. Both teams suck. They're both terrible. I'm sorry. I don't care UCF's 2-0. I do not care. They're not a good team. Scott Frost is not. No, I don't care. Sorry. But we'll Carolina. Oh, Carolina. They lost to TCU. They beat Charlotte 20-3. That was it, 20-3, and they beat Richmond 41-6. UCF struggled with Jacksonville State. Then they beat up on NCAA. So someone's gonna win this game. I don't know. Y'all have fun. What's the line on this one? I don't even know. Let's see. UCF is where? Where's it at? UCF by 7 at home against Carolina. That says a lot about Carolina's program right now. So, no, not a chance. Not doing it. Passing. Moving on. No, I need a drink. Hold on. All right, let's keep moving here. From UCF, we're heading over to Ball State, UConn. No, sorry, not doing that one. James Madison, Liberty. No, not doing it. Louisiana, Eastern Michigan, no. Troy, Buffalo, no. Toledo, Western Michigan, no. Gardner-Webb, Ohio, no. NC State, Duke, yes. See, there's something we can do. NC State, Duke. Let's see. Boom, there we go. And let's go find the odds form. So, Duke. And not that one. There we go. Duke is a 3.5 point favorite at home. 57.5 is our total. Let's go over here and look. NC State made their first road game. That's not good. And you can't stop the pass. Oh my God. Who have you played to get that line? That is ridiculous. Hold on. Let me go find that. NC State and Duke. Let's look at both of you. NC State played East Carolina and Virginia and Wake Forest, and you were the 3rd worst pass defense in the country playing Duke, who is 10th. Duke by 3.5. Duke by 20.5. What are we talking here? What are we doing here? Over potentially? Yeah, Duke though. Duke's to play. You can see all that. Only problem, Duke turns the ball over a little too much. That's a little concerning. That's a little concerning. They can't run the ball very well, but hell, they can't stop it, so it doesn't matter. So this versus this. Hell, we even want to look at a prop here. We can look at Duke's quarterback for a prop. I got you on a prop for this one. So let's go find Blue Devils. Thank you. Longest reception. Mensa passing yards. Absolutely. Mensa, are you going to have you a day? You might have yourself a day. So I'm going to go Duke. The hell's this? Go away. Thanks. You can take men's and passing yards. This should be a nice one. I'm going to take Duke on the 3.5, though. Yeah, I'll leave it 3.5. I'm plus 110. You know what? Come with me. Let's go do this. Let's go look and see what 6.5 is. I'm kind of curious. Alt spread. Duke 6. I want minuses. Thank you. Duke 6.5 is 128. Ooh, that's a nice plus for some. I think Duke wins easily. I think NC State's going to struggle. I just think they do. But then again, hold up. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. I just noticed this versus this. So they are going to be behind. So they're going to have to throw more. Duke might get, when teams get a nice lead, all of a sudden they play not to lose instead of playing to win. I could see that happening here too, because I'm going to take Duke 3.5. Let's just leave it 3.5. Actually, let's buy it to 3. Let's be very smart. Let's be scared. Let's be a little scared. Let's play for the push. Yeah, hold up. I can get Duke for 3 at 113 on X. Absolutely. That's perfect. Give me Duke by 3. Duke minus 3. There we go. That's what we're going to take. Duke. Let's move on from Duke. Where are we going? Go down the list. Northern Illinois, Mississippi State. That's not a good matchup. That's a no. Temple, Georgia Tech. No. Idaho, San Jose State. Come on now. Come on now. West Virginia, Kansas. We'll look at that one. That's a fun one. We can work with that one for sure. Kansas. Kansas. Let's go find Kansas. Not Arkansas. No, there we go. Found them. Kansas is a 13.5-point favorite at home. 55.5 is our total. And we got a lot of green and yellow. A lot of green and yellow out here. So nothing is standing out. You see this, right? Everything's kind of the same color. They both can't score on third down. They both struggle. Under 55.5 might be a play. Based on this, that comes out to 64, but they're only giving up 32. So under, but pass probably a play. Pass. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Nope. Have fun if you're doing it. I'm passing. From there, we got Delaware, FIU. Let me go over here. Nope. Arkansas State, Kennesaw, no. Duquesne, Akron, no. South Carolina, Missouri, absolutely. We gotta look at that one. Mizzou. And then let's go find over here. Missouri is a 10.5-point favorite against South Carolina. There's all the news in the air about South Carolina's quarterback playing or not playing. I don't care. I just don't care. Everyone loves Sellers. I don't think he's good. That great. Sorry, I just don't. He reminds me 100% Anthony Richardson. And I've been very against him since Florida days. He was not good at Florida. He was not good with the Colts. He's athletic, yes, and he can make. He's like Milroe from Bama last year. Milroe's not that good. He's just not. So you can run. You're athletic. You can throw, but you can't really throw, and that's the point of a quarterback. And if you can't run all the time, what's the point? So Sellers needs to get better at throwing. Sorry. Look, they're 93rd in throwing for a reason. So, and they're 5th in pass defense at 100 even. Let's look at who they played and everything. So, let's see. Like everyone wants to talk about like, oh, they want to be Lamar. Lamar just had a thing where he's only thrown like 3 picks in the last like 17 games or something like that. I saw the stat on Twitter from like one of the stat places, and I was like, what? First time in history. It's like, what? Something like none of the other stars, Hall of Famers have ever done. So, yeah, let's look at these two. Let's see who they played who. South Carolina's played Virginia Tech, obviously beat them. South Carolina State and Vanderbilt whooped that ass at South Carolina. Vandy. So Missouri played Central Arkansas, Kansas. They won by 11, and Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. I think South Carolina's going to be in a world of hurt. Sorry, I just don't think South Carolina's very good. I think Vandy's good, but I don't think they're like beat you by 5 touchdowns good. I think South Carolina's just not that good either. So Missouri by 10.5. Now I'm going to get a 10 line. Where's that 10? Let's go find it. We'll see what 10 is, because I'm pretty sure I can get it. Alt spread. Come on now, Mizzou. Right there. Mizzou by 10, 115 on profit. I see. This is why you need to have different books. And some people are like, I only use one book. That's your fault. I use multiple books, as you should be too. So I'm going to take Missouri by 10. Just in case South Carolina sees this video and gets angry and wants to play good. So, yeah, if that's the case, oh my God, that'd be great. So let's move on. Where are we going from here? Murray State, Jackson State. Can't wait for that one. Marshall, Middle Tennessee. UT Martin, Missouri State. Nevada, Western Kentucky. Boise and Air Force. That's a fun one. That's a yeah, we'll do that one. Let's see. Can we skip a bunch? I try not to skip a lot, but damn, sometimes it's hard. Boise. It is Boise by 10 on the road. 51.5 is our total. Spreadsheet, we look at the numbers. We see everything here. Pass, you can't stop the pass. You can't, it's Air Force. They can't do it. You would think Air Force would be like an air raid team. I've always thought that they should be. But alas, it's a service academy, and we know how they play football. They line up and run it. So, and they're better than them. So yeah, Boise should have no problem winning this game. 10 on the road though. I don't love it. I like this versus this, but I don't know if I love this because Boise did not look good in their game against the hell was it? I can't remember who it was all of a sudden. USF. I watched pretty much most of that game. They beat Eastern Washington by a lot, like 40 points. So Air Force has beat Bucknell, and they lost to Utah State by 20. So Boise should have no problem here. Let's say, is it Boise by 10? Boise by 10? Yeah. Is 10 the best number I can get? Because if I can grab a 9.5, I'm gonna grab it. Come on me. Let's go see if we can find a 9.5. I'll take that anytime. Boise, all the way down. 9.5 is 120. Okay. 10.5 is 102. All right, we'll just leave it at 10. We'll just straight leave it at 10. Boise by 10. So Boise minus 10 in my play. Let's move on from there. Let me get a drink. All right, so we're getting to the night slate now. So we got Maine, Georgia Southern, no. Coastal Carolina, South Alabama, no. Florida, Miami. I guess we could look at Florida, Miami. Sure, why not? Let me pull it up. Let's see. Miami. Not Miami, Ohio. I want Miami 7.5 with a 51.5. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Spreadsheet, look at the numbers. 52, 65, 21. Now, let's keep it real. We know Lagway threw 5 interceptions against LSU last week. We all saw it. They can't run the ball very well, and good luck running on Miami because Miami they're a stout. Like everyone said to be one of the best run defenses. They're showing they're one of the best run defenses. That's what they are. You can throw Miami a little bit, but I don't know if Lagway can. Do I anticipate this being close? Somewhat, because it is a rivalry game. But then again, hell, this could be a beatdown. It could absolutely be a beatdown. I feel bad for Florida's schedule. That's such a B schedule. Miami 7 is the play I'm taking. Let's go see if we can get 7 out there because 7.5's the line. I don't like that. 105, I don't want that. Give me 7 from 110. I'm sure I can get that. Let's go find it. Alternate spread. Miami by 7. 135 is the best one. Look at that big jump from 7.5 to 1. My God. 6.5 is 140. I must get that. So, yeah, I'm taking 7. Absolutely. I will pay the little bit of juice. Hell, that's a lot of juice. Anything else people take in this one? 7.5. I don't want to take 7.5. I don't want to do that. I will always pay for the hook if I have to. So don't do that. It's my money. You do what you want with it. I'm taking Miami. So let me do this. Make sure I can read this. It should be white like that. And center. Thank you. So yeah, I'm going Miami. I'm going 7. I will pay for the line. I don't care. I want that potential just in case Florida makes a comeback because you know they're going to be throwing regardless. They hung with LSU. They hung with LSU. So I'm not saying Florida's a bad team. I just think Miami's going to have their way. I can see Miami being up 14 in the fourth quarter. Everybody start celebrating. All of a sudden, Florida, 2 minutes left, touchdown. I was like, yeah, I want the push potential just in case. So let's move from there. Illinois, Indiana. That is a one people have been talking about here. Let's see. Indiana. Interesting. The line's interesting too. Is it? Indiana. Indiana is a 6.5 point favorite at home with a 52.5. I'm gonna say right, I do not like Indiana's coach. He is cocky for no reason. Like, I don't understand. If you want a bunch of stuff, you want some titles, you could be like Dabo could be a little cocky because he's won some titles. But this dude cocky for no damn reason. It's like you talk shit and then all of a sudden you get beat by 40 the next week. We've seen it happen. So I'm a little, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I know it's in Indiana and it's 52. And I almost want to take Illinois plus 7. Give me them plus 7. Let's look at the stats, see if it makes sense. First off, I need to see who they play because hell, I don't remember who's played who every week. You don't either. That's just too much. So Illinois has played Western Illinois. They won by 49. Duke, they beat 45-19. And Western Michigan, 38-0. Illinois look pretty good. Indiana beat Old Dominion by 13, 27-14. Kennesaw, 56-9. And Indiana State, 73-0. So they played nobody. This is Indiana's first test of the year. Illinois played Duke at least. So stat-wise, this feels like a game is going to be a field goal game. I don't see Indiana winning this game by a touchdown. Oh, I don't see that. They haven't turned the ball over. They're 10th, so everything's close here. That. This all cancels out. Everything's close. Only thing is different is they can't throw that well, but then they haven't played nobody to even have pass defense to worry about. So I'm taking Illinois +7. I'm sorry. I'm taking Illinois. This feels like a game is going to be a field goal, 23-20 type final, maybe something like that. That's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? Let's go find that +3 odds so I can show it to you. So I want you to see the odds. I want you to see why we look at different books. So Illinois alt spread down to +7. Where's it at? +7, 145. 7.5 is also 145. That's the best we can get. Oh, I guess we're going 6. Damn. Why is it? Oof. Oh, that's pricey. That's so pricey. All right. You know what? I'm paying it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm taking 145. I don't care. We're doing it. So I wait. I'm at 7. Well, I'm at 7. I want 3. My bad. 3 is. Wait. I want 7. I got confused. Hold on. What are we doing? 6, 7. It's 8. I want 8. Yeah, we're gonna take 7 for 145. It's that 7 to 6 jump is ridiculous. That is a hell of a jump, and I'm not doing 6.5 because that does nothing for me. That's not even a touchdown. That's not a key number. I want a key number. We're gonna pay for it. I don't care. We have plus and other things, so we're gonna take Illinois +7. They're on the road. I think it's gonna be a 23-20 type game, but I don't want it just in case it's 7. Yeah, 145 is a lot. That's all. You know what? Let's not be scared. Let's just do it. +6.5 Illinois. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I think Illinois wins the game. Period. So I'm taking Illinois +6.5. We're gonna move on. ADHD flaring today. Just arguing with myself on this one. Indecisive. So happens a lot. Georgia State Vandy is up next. Nope. Washington State Apple Cup. We will look at the Apple Cup for sure. Feels weird having Apple Cup so early, but whatever. Let's go Wash. 19.5 for Washington with a 52.5 spreadsheet. First road game for Washington, never a good thing. Washington State, we got to see who played who, because hell, I don't remember. I don't even know who Washington State's played this year. Not a clue. Couldn't even begin to tell you. Let's see. Washington State has played Idaho. They won by 3. San Diego State, they won by 36-13. In North Texas, they lost 59-10 at North Texas. What? What the hell? You lost by 49 to North Texas? Washington State, what the hell? Washington, on the other hand, they beat Colorado State 38-21 and UC Davis. So, 20 points. You've not played nobody. It's your first road game, and you got beat down by North Texas. I don't want nothing to do with this. Y'all can see the difference here. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. That's weird. Stanford, Virginia. Let's go look at that one. Virginia, Stanford is currently, Virginia is a 15.5 point favorite. 49.5 is our total. Let's look. There it is right there. You can see it. So let's go back to over here. What do we have? Stanford can't throw. Stanford's offense is just not a thing. They don't have offense. We saw what they did against Hawaii, and then we saw other games. Stanford, Virginia. Stanford played Hawaii. They lost by 3. They lost to BYU by 24. They beat Boston College somehow after being down 14 points, because I had Boston College by 13.5. I was like, I saw them up. I went to sleep. I woke up. They lost. I'm like, huh? So, yeah. Now they're going cross country to Virginia. Virginia play Coastal Carolina and NC State. They lost to NC State, but then they beat William & Mary. So, good luck throwing the ball. Good luck running the ball. They can throw, which Virginia does the most. We already hit a prop this year on Virginia's quarterback to actually passing yards, so we could do that again. Virginia at home by 15.5. Let's go look at the props. Let's go look at that prop. I think I like that prop. So we want Virginia. So we gotta hit this. Come on down, get rid of you. So we want Cavaliers. Where are the Cavaliers? Right there. Let's see. Yeah, Chandler Morrison. Yep, there we go. Let's do it again. Ooh. Western Michigan, they didn't need him though, so it didn't make sense. Damn, they bumped this line up quick, didn't they? All right, we're not touching that line. Let's take Virginia. I'm taking Virginia 15.5. I think Virginia whoops ass. Stanford's not a good team. I just don't think they are. So VIR minus 15.5. Too high to, yeah. If anything, I might bump that at 16.5 tomorrow. Might take it 16.5 later. Who knows? So we'll leave that. Let's move on from Virginia. Where are we going next? Let me go over here and look. Our Arizona State, Bay. We'll look at that for sure. Baylor, 2.5 point favorite at home. 4v99. Arizona State got beat by Mississippi State because Arizona State's just not that good. They miss Scatboo so much. Scattaboo. Your third down offense is atrocious. You can't do that. So is yours. It's kind of bad. 20v1. So you can run. They can't stop the run. You can pass. They can't stop the pass. Offensive battle, baby. They can't stop. Yeah. Nobody can stop each other. Over 59.5. I'm going with that. High scoring game. I feel it. Over 59.5. Not even playing. I think that's good. We move on. BYU, ECU? No, don't care. Southern Miss La Tech? No. Southeast Louisiana? There's LSU? No. Sam Houston in Texas? Come on. No. McNeese, Utah State? No. Nichols, Texas State? No. Monroe, UTEP? No. UTSA, Colorado State? No. Wyoming, Colorado? Where are the games? Cal, San Diego State? Michigan, USC. That's our last game because then it's Fresno, Hawaii. What a terrible night slate. That's a terrible night slate. Michigan State, USC. Oh my God. What a terrible. USC 18.5 with a 56.5. You can see it right there. There you go. So yeah, then we have this first road game. Yeah, 6v118. There's storyline. They can throw it. We know they can throw it. 118. USC 18.5. USC's gonna whoop their ass probably. Who has Michigan State played really? I thought Michigan State would be a little bit better. I know they're 3-0. Like I know they're 3-0, but like they beat Western Michigan 23-6. I expected more of them. They beat Boston College 42-20. I expected more of them. They beat Youngstown State 41-24. I expected that to be a blowout, like a little bit more. Like they're winning, but doesn't it feel like they should be doing more? Like okay, USC is 73-13 Missouri State, 59-20 Georgia Southern, and 33-17 at Purdue. Okay, so neither team can stop the pass really, but they don't pass well. So I'm not. Childs he needs work obviously. 6v118 is your storyline. That's your main thing. USC. Let's go look. Let's go look at the prop for USC. See what, because that's a big differential in passing. So USC Trojans. That is Jaden 270. Best line we get, and then we see okay, yeah, Jaden 270.5. That's the line. You see the 2025. That's 3 games he had. He's averaging 329 against Michigan State, who's allowing 273. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this prop. Straight up a prop. There we go. MAIAVA over 270.5. Yeah, and everybody's like, how do you do props? DFS sites. You have options and you have prediction markets. They all have that stuff on there. So there's plenty of ways to do it. So you can find them. Offshore's a thing. So there's ways to do things. Over, pass, yards. There we go. We're going to take the quarterback to pass. And then lastly, we have Fresno and Hawaii. And will never bet a home Hawaii game because one, that game starts at 2 a.m. my time. No, not a chance. So that's it. We shall be done. Yes. Not the best slate of games. Let's keep it real. There's nothing that crazy out there. So let's go back to the schedule. And see, let's take a peek at next week, shall we? Week 5. Wow. Week 5. Thursday, we have Army ECU. Then Friday, we have Florida State, Virginia, TCU. See, this is a decent Friday slate. That's okay for a Thursday. NFL's on 2. And then Saturday, we have a bunch of games. A highlight, I believe, is LSU, Ole Miss. I think we got Bama, Georgia. Yeah, so Oregon, Penn State. Same time. Really, guys? Shame. Anyways, appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you're playing. Check out the HQ. Check out Outlier. Let me know what you want to play. And I will see you Thursday next week for some more college football. Peace.